All right, class, today we are going to start designing our stained glass rose window designs. Here are a couple of examples. Notice they all have what we call radial symmetry. That means not only is it the same on both sides, left and right, it's the same top to bottom. So that no matter how you turn it, it's all pretty much the same. Okay? Same with this one. Top to bottom, left to right, radial symmetry. So when we make ours, we want to cut at least three different shapes. You can see in this one shape, that's a second shape, that's a third shape, and even a fourth shape. This one's got at least three different shapes. There's one shape, the heart shape, and then there's this shape. So at least three different shapes, and they all have to have radial symmetry. That word radial means around. So it's got symmetry all the way around. So class, we are going to start with a blank black piece of paper like this. We're going to take a white colored pencil because we need to put our name on it. And when we put our name on it, we're going to put it around the outside edge because notice, we don't cut away the outside edge at all. We leave that. We only cut in the middle. So I'm going to write on the edge, Houston. And to make something, give something radial symmetry, we're going to do it kind of like you may have cut a snowflake before. We fold it in half once, and then we fold it in half the other way again, match it corner to corner. Don't go like this. Make sure you line those corners up, pinch it, and crease it. Okay? So that you should have at least, you do it twice, you should have at least 4 different sections. And then you're going to start cutting it out. Remember, we're not going to cut this out. So what I like to do usually is maybe start with the middle. This is the middle right here. If I just cut shape like that, we can unfold it, see how it's going to look. Okay, maybe we want something a little bit more interesting. We'll cut again. All right, now that's a little bit more interesting. Now that's still just one shape. And then we're going to make cuts on this side and on this side. So if you cut maybe a teardrop. Okay, and then again, you can cut another shape off of that if you want. Okay. And then I'll do the same thing over here. And if you want to cut another shape, if you cut triangle shapes, I'm going to repeat it on this side. Okay. Let's unfold it, see how it looks. All right, I like that pretty much. Now, if you're not satisfied with it, you can always refold it again and cut a little bit more. Let's say I don't really like that middle shape. I want to cut it a little bit different. I want to cut just a little bit of extra. All right. So I've got 1, 2, 3 different shapes. That diamond in the middle is the third shape. Now, if you want to get even more complicated, you can fold it not only twice, but 3 times. So we're going to fold it once. This, if you think you're really good for the more advanced students, that's once, twice, and if you want to fold it one more time, those shapes will get more interesting and more complicated. Fold it a third time this way in half, but it's going to get very hard to cut those shapes. So let's try it. I'm going to just make 2 cuts, kind of a diamond shape right there. Okay. And maybe cut a little. I'm going to curve it a little bit. Okay. Now remember, if you fold it that many times, it's going to be harder to cut because the paper is going to be thicker. So again, I've got 1, 2, 3 different types of shapes. Okay?